Coach, one of the first or few times you've had a full contingent of players. How much easier does that make your job?
Yeah, I mean, today I told the team it was about growing pains today. I think we had a few more bodies than we're used to playing with, and they got to figure out how to play together. And there were some moments that were pretty ugly out there, but also some moments that were special. So this is the growth process, right? And to grow and win is great, but the growth is what I was really impressed with today, and guys figuring out how to do it. We played a double big lineup today, which we've never done in the past with DC, Derek Cook, and Chris Boucher out there. So finding some rhythm, finding some options, finding some choices is good at this point in the season.
First quarters have been a sore spot for you guys, but Jordan Howard, the new guy, how happy are you with what you've been able to get out of this kid?
Yeah, I mean, really good. You know, a few things he did today, I didn't quite know he had that in his package. Pretty impressive. His shooting, obviously, we knew about, but some of his dribble penetration was at a really high level. But also just his passing the ball and the pace at which he plays with. Right, I think we've been lacking a pure point guard, and he's filled that role for us, which has been great, and we're excited to have him with us.
How do you like Derek Cook?
Derek Cook is a real solid addition for us. He does all the things we need. His ability to set screens, to roll, put pressure on the paint, finish up at the rim, his athleticism and strength are going to be major assets for us. It'll allow us to match up in ways we haven't been able to do versus other opponents.
We know about Malachi's ability to score, but it seemed like in the first half he was actually quite patient, which to my eye anyway, seems like a bit of a rare occurrence while he's in the G League. Is that something you've preached, sort of letting the game come to him later? Is that something you've looked at throughout the year?
Yeah, I think he's really learning the game, right? And I think his last game that we played Greensboro, he showed a lot of really important things, a lot of grit things, a lot of gap things, a lot of defensive things, and the offense is going to come to him. He's so naturally gifted offensively. There's never a worry what he does on the offensive side, but allowing the game to come to him and playing with patience and playing within the team construct is like a major area of growth for him. In the last 2 nights, he's really started to put that together, so that's an exciting thing because that's how you build team chemistry, and that's how you become really good.
And this may be a bit nitpicky, but Chris Boucher obviously had a fantastic game, but one thing he showed in the NBA is he's flying by shooters a lot on head fakes, and then up 4 in 20 seconds left. The one thing you can't do is foul a three-point shooter, and he flies at the three-point shooter. Is there an amount of coaching that you're giving to him to try to allow him to be a bit more patient in those situations, a bit more aware?
Yeah, I can't remember the play. It might have been Nelson, I think, was shooting the ball maybe. I mean, that's a knockdown shooter, so we talk about flushing him off the line. That might have been the right basketball play in that scenario, but obviously not fouling, right? And I think that's the key. Dwayne Notice had one where he fouled the shooter, landed on his foot or whatever. But I think Chris's ability to sort of hone into the game plan and be able to, we talk a lot about being able to play the next play. So one thing happens and how do you get to the next thing right away? His ability to make that faster will help his transition to the NBA.
Chris seemed to be showing a lot of swagger today too, smiling on his way back in transition from a 3 or giving an extended fist pump. Have you seen that earlier in the year, or is it kind of counterintuitive to how he started the year with a quiet confidence but now showing some swagger?
Yeah, I mean, I think that swagger's probably been there from the beginning, and I think it sort of maybe gets a little more showcased, and you can see it more now. He's on a really good G League season, right? He's producing day after day and game after game, and that's really hard to do. And it's a lot of credit to him that he's able to do this and sustain it and maintain this sort of effort on a nightly basis. So I think having a bit of confidence is good. We'll control it so it's not too crazy, but the confidence is a great sign.
Has he told you anything like coming back from the NBA, Coach, I learned this is something new that I'm going to add, whether it's something technical or something mental when he's come back from the NBA?
It's definitely more, I'd say, a mental sort of preparation, understanding the grind of the NBA, and then how that can apply to what we do here. It's hard to be an NBA player, really hard, and I think he's learned that in that longer stretch he had with JV being out. Just to do a season is hard, let alone if you're playing 30 minutes or you're playing 4 minutes. So he learned a lot of that aspect, what it is to be an NBA player, and now I think he's excited to, every game he gets with us, as minutes go up, he gets to play on the court, get a better sweat, and start to put the two things together.
We'll probably see how tonight goes, but do you think some of these guys look ready if they're called upon against Memphis?
Yeah, I mean, I think doing the double is fun. I think our league is pretty special, and the fact that we play here at home is really neat, where a guy like Jordan or Malachi, or Chris could play minutes tonight and be effective is always an exciting thing for them. They're already warmed up, so they're ready.